brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down at 4. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. And the contact, all time there, and now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's got it. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
That's all.
Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Mixon hit, and oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back from a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And then he is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hey, check Mike,
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Hey, we gotta go score.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report.